Hello and welcome to the Super Basement Bro Show. I'm Connor and I'm joined by Hasten.
Hello.
Hello. This is our E3 recap episode for Square Enix. They had their press conference, and if you guys want to follow us, we are doing all sorts of E3 coverage, Ubisoft, Nintendo, Xbox, all of them. You can get recaps and reactions on our all your favorite podcast services or on YouTube. We're doing audio only, by the way, just for E3 because there's so much coverage we got to do.
That having video connected with audio is going to be a disaster if we had to do that.
It'd be a lot more upload time for us as well. So we're keeping it a bit smaller, but we thank you guys for bearing with us. And please subscribe and follow and listen to us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, iTunes, Google Play Music, all that stuff. And follow us on there. Leave reviews. We really appreciate your guys' feedback and sticking with us. But let's go ahead and jump into Square Enix's conference. Before we go through a run through of it, what's your baseline overall thoughts of Square Enix?
Dude, I've been waiting for this Marvel's game since you told me about it last year.
Yeah.
And I am so pumped. Marvel has my favorite character, the Hulk, and seeing gameplay for it was amazing. It also started with Final Fantasy VII, which I had never played. I've never been into a single Final Fantasy. And it just looks awesome. I'm sad that I heard it's episodic, which is kind of weird.
Yeah, that is an interesting choice.
So I'm going to buy it probably when it all releases late next year then, I guess.
Yeah, it's interesting too because I've also heard that each episode's going to be like $60. I mean, we'll see. They haven't announced that officially yet, but that'd be a lot. That means this game better be pretty meaty. But yeah, I'm with you. I've never been into Final Fantasy really. My biggest connection to Final Fantasy is Cloud and Smash Bros. But I tell you what, this trailer and gameplay and stuff looked awesome.
For me, Square Enix took second in my overall E3 conferences. Square Enix took second.
Yeah, I mean, as a conference, they're definitely up there for me as well. I have to think about mine a bit more before I decide, but you'll definitely hear our thoughts on that in our Sunday episode, our recap overall of E3. But yeah, I've never been a huge fan of Final Fantasy, but this made me super interested. I will probably, like you, get it all when it's released together. I don't know if I'll get it at launch because I want them.
I wanted to. If this would have been a launch thing and it was all together, I would have bought it at launch. But now I'm just gonna wait for it to go on sale after everything releases.
Exactly. Yeah.
So
looks freaking awesome. It looks amazing. Also the graphics and gameplay style.
Yeah, it's crazy.
And
it's a complete remake, which is I did not think they would do.
Yeah, from the ground up. It's not like they ported it and then up-resed it or something. This is full-on remake, which is awesome. But yeah, we started with that. Honestly, 75% of this conference is Final Fantasy.
Yes,
that was the biggest problem for it.
The whole middle. There's one thing that was kind of cool, which we'll mention. We'll get to it. But other than that, most of the middle was just I almost wanted to fall asleep.
Yeah, same. I was just waiting for Avengers personally. I think you were too. But
I thought they would open with it, and then they didn't. And it's the last thing they did, which I understand too.
Yeah, build the hype.
They opened with a big and ended with a big.
And then they make people wait because there probably would have been a lot of people if they showed Avengers at the beginning just stop watching
because there's nothing else.
I don't need all this Final Fantasy stuff. But yeah, Final Fantasy VII looks great, looks amazing. That was a big focus of their conference. They probably were on that for 10 to 15 minutes.
Yeah.
But then we get to, let's see, there's so much Final Fantasy VII. We got a $300 collector's edition for this game with a Cloud figure and motorcycle. It actually looks really cool.
Yeah, it does.
But Life is Strange 2 was then shown. That's an episodic series, so I think they're probably just showing a future episode, I think.
With Life is Strange 2?
Yeah.
What happened to Life is Strange 1?
So it ended. I actually bought Life is Strange Season 1 back in the day, and I beat the first and second episode.
How long ago was it?
It was probably 2 years ago.
Oh, okay.
So.
I thought it was for some reason there's 2 and they're releasing more for it. I'm how long ago did this game release?
I guess I shouldn't have said back in the day either.
Back in yesterday.
Yeah, I mean as in 2 years ago. And I guess I thought this was announced. It sounds like it wasn't. So it's a pretty big deal. I guess there was a spin-off in between or something. But I enjoyed Life is Strange the first couple episodes. I was never able to finish it. I want to get back to it at some point. There's just so much to play. But it looks okay. I mean,
Yeah.
It's an episodic game. It's like Walking Dead. So if you're into that, look forward to that. Came out today apparently, or when it premiered. Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles was up next. Another Final Fantasy. Apologies in advance if we don't know a lot about this Final Fantasy stuff.
We really don't know anything.
There's so much in this conference.
Neither of us have ever played a Final Fantasy.
Yeah.
So.
And there's so much in this. That's like one of my. What do you call it? I can't think of the word. Like one of those things that as a gamer, I'm disappointed to say that I've never played because it's like such a classic series.
So you will Final Fantasy VII?
Yeah, Final Fantasy VII will probably be my first one I'll jump into. But there's so many too. I'm not going back and playing them all.
You don't want to play all 18 of the Final Fantasies?
Yeah, and there's like spin-offs too. It's like 8.5 and 4.1.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's crazy. But yeah, so we don't know a whole lot about the Final Fantasy stuff. Sorry if we don't seem too hyped on it. I'm sure there's a lot of listeners and people out there that this was amazing to them. Octopath Traveler was announced for Steam. That was the exclusive Nintendo game. So.
Which I've heard that game's great.
Yeah.
I haven't played it yet. But...
It looks pretty cool. I mean, that's one that I could probably get into if it was cheaper. I'm not going to spend
$60.
I'm not going to spend $60 on it. So maybe if it goes cheaper, I will one day. Last Remnant was revealed. I wasn't really into this. I don't even know. Dragon Quest Builders, another Dragon Quest game. More Dragon Quest.
No.
Dragon Quest 8? I don't know what number that is. 10? I'm sorry, I have no idea. Oh my gosh, there's so much Dragon Quest in Final Fantasy.
It's literally all. The whole there's a solid 40 minutes there where it's all just like Final Fantasy and stuff I don't care about.
Yeah. Then we get to Kingdom Hearts 3. I guess there's the DLC or something coming called.
There's something weird about it.
Reminding.
I don't know, it just did so bad.
Yeah.
Like, the game launched so bad that like no one liked it.
It's too bad because I really want to like Kingdom Hearts. I rented it actually, and we're huge Disney fans, so it's like it's one of those series that
it's Disney, but you're like I don't want to play this.
Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of the gameplay. Like I was playing it, and it's just very button mashy, like just same button over and over. Yeah, not quite for me. I love the Disney stuff though. I was hoping we'd see more Disney, but seemed mostly just like the anime aspect of it.
Yeah.
Shadow Bridges or Bringers, Final Fantasy again.
Final Fantasy more.
Oh my gosh. Dying Light 2 was shown off. We got that at Xbox though.
Yeah, it was okay.
Yeah.
It's kind of interesting. I never played Dying Light 1.
Me neither. I heard good things about it though. Romancing Saga 3, Sega Scarlet Grace Ambitions, Final Fantasy Brave. This is insane. I didn't realize. I thought I was like imagining that there was so much Final Fantasy.
No, it's literally like cut. You know how they were doing the pan thing? Their conference thing was cool.
That was
cool. In and
cool.
out to the thing. But every time they did it, it was like, this is a new game, Final Fantasy. This is a new game, Final Fantasy. This is a new game, Final Fantasy.
Yeah, I was watching it and I'm like, this is super cool. I'm like, one of them it's going to pan in, it's going to be the Avengers logo or something, you know? And then every freaking time it was like, Final Fantasy game. I'm like, why didn't they just do all the Final Fantasy stuff back to back, right at the beginning, get it all out of the way, and then move on? Instead, they just like did Final Fantasy, then Dragon Quest, then Dragon Quest again, then Final Fantasy. Then Final Fantasy again. Then more Final Fantasy.
Yeah, it really was that.
It was just like, my gosh, this is getting to be too much.
Like, do you only have 2 IPs?
Yeah, for real. Then they announced Peoples Can Fly's next title, which is Outriders. This actually seemed kind of interesting. It wasn't like anything too special, but seemed more interesting.
Oh, Outriders, yeah. This one did kind of interest me a little bit. I don't know.
Summer 2020.
Yeah.
So another 2020 game. And a summer release at least.
So annoying, though, that like everything... I can't play any of this year.
Yeah.
I've never had a year where it's like, I don't have anything. I have Jedi Fallen Order.
Jedi Fallen Order and...
You guys have like Luigi's Mansion.
Luigi's Mansion, but they didn't even announce a release date yet.
Oh,
so
Death Stranding.
Death Stranding, that's right, yeah. There's a few, but...
I guess we still could have Last of Us, but I just doubt it at this point.
I doubt it at this
Maybe,
point.
I mean, in the next couple days, Sony's going to have to say something.
Yeah.
about this. I know they're not at E3, but they keep releasing content around right now.
And they keep saying stuff too. They're like, "Hey, surprise! Guess what? This."
So I think we're gonna get a release date here pretty soon. I would think. I mean, it's either gonna be late this year or early next year.
I'm hoping.
So it's another one of those games where we're.
That's what I was just about to say. Next year, dude. My gosh, especially spring. If it's in the spring, holy crap!
I don't know how I'm gonna afford this.
There's not gonna be. There's not gonna be time.
I'm trying to save up for the consoles for next year, but I can't.
That's the thing is there's gonna be so many games during the spring and then new consoles in the fall. That's like
with new games.
I'm not gonna be able to afford it. It's gonna be too much.
New games, unless they're planning on releasing Last of Us 2 with the console.
Yeah,
that would be awesome too.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. I kind of hope not though because
I don't want to wait that long.
Yeah, that's.
Although I will buy if they do that, I'm going to buy the console launch day.
Oh yeah, I'd have to. Yeah, I'd have no other choice at that point. So it'd be a smart move by Sony.
Yeah, you have given me no choice. And what if they're like, and 2 weeks after Spider-Man, and then God of War?
I'd be like, well, I'm sticking with the PlayStation for the first launch while. Sorry, guys. Then we got, this was big for a lot of people, I know. Final Fantasy VIII Remastered. So another remastered one. I don't know if it's like a remake like 7, but I know that was a big deal for
not
people.
Excited again, though.
Yeah, not excited.
Gosh dang it.
Yep, so many Final Fantasy. But I'm happy for the people that like that one, because I guess that's like a cult classic kind of one. But then we get what we're interested in.
we missed out on something. So
what did we miss?
There's a thing. It's on. It's another thing with streaming services. So all of the Final Fantasy music is now on like Pandora and Spotify and iTunes, Apple Music. So if you have Apple Music, you now have all of the Final Fantasy music. Yeah, which that's a big deal to a lot of people.
That is cool.
You know,
and Final Fantasy is one of those series that has like iconic music.
Yeah.
So
that was the thing I was talking about, where it was in the middle and we kind of, it was like random.
Yeah, we were asleep at that point, so that's why we forgot. But yeah, that was good. But then we get into the big news, which they saved it for last, of course, not surprised.
This was
Avengers.
The most exciting thing for me throughout all of E3.
Yeah, this was for me as well until Nintendo, but this was my highlight of E3 at this point, for sure. So what did you think? What's your overall thoughts? We get right into it. Like, I was surprised. Like, they show the Avengers at a thing called A-Day or something.
Did you hear during the comments, like, where's Hawkeye?
Oh, really?
Did you hear that?
No, I didn't.
Oh, yeah, they're screaming, and the guy, it felt so bad for the guy, because he's like, ugh.
Oh my gosh.
But I think this is going to be, is you're going to be able to play, so if you notice, like, it starts out, they're in this thing, something crazy happens, like a cataclysmic thing.
Looks like Captain America
dies.
Yeah,
so
that's what it looks
like. That's why I think the online 4-player, it's going to be Hulk, Iron Man,
Black Widow,
Thor, and Black Widow. So those are your 4 that you can play as, which sucks. Now, I don't think they can kill Cap.
I don't think they will. I think it's going to be one of those things where he's out of the first... I think he's going to be in the first mission of the game, out for most of the game, and then come back during the third act, like the final.
Exactly.
And you can play as him.
So, and like I said, Hulk's my favorite character. And I haven't played a good Hulk game since GameCube. So I'm so excited for this game.
Yeah, this is going to be fun too, because if you didn't know, it is 4-player online, it sounds like. And you can play this game single player, which is cool. So if you don't want to do online... It has a single-player campaign. It has a single-player campaign, which is awesome. But you can do it with multiple people if you'd like, which is super cool. This is like something we've always wanted. It's basically Spider-Man PS4 or Arkham with...
And it's going to be like... And the people that made Rise of the Tomb Raider... And like all the Tomb Raider games are making this, so they know how to do single player.
Oh yeah,
you know,
I love the Tomb Raider games too. So that's very appealing.
They play a lot like Uncharted, which is like is my favorite action adventure game.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, that's extremely good news. And we got confirmation that they're working on this with like 3 other studios as well,
which can be worrisome. But
But I also think it's good, probably because it's going to help. Speed up the development time and also add more content.
Yeah.
So hopefully it's good, but yeah, it could be we could get too many cooks in the kitchen,
I just wonder how it's gonna play. You know what I mean? Like how are because in this gameplay that they show it's all in the same scene. So you play as like Black Widow and you play as Hulk and you play as Iron Man. So are they gonna like cut person to person, or do you pick one and you play as that one and then That'd be awesome too.
Yeah.
If you pick one and play as the story through that person's eyes.
There's a lot of information that we're still gonna need to learn.
Yeah.
For sure. But my assumption would be it's you
keep skipping to all of them.
Yeah, I think if you play it single player, I think you'll have the option to switch between any of them during a mission if they're all together anyway.
It's 4-player.
If it's 4-player, it's like Apex where the screen comes up,
on.
you just go through in order and pick one of the characters.
Yeah.
You know, something like that.
That's cool.
Yeah, I mean, I'd be good with that. And then if there's if you only
no one touch Hulk. You no touch Hulk. He's mine.
I'm going for Iron Man or Cap if he's playable.
Yeah,
but
you don't want Thor.
Oh, I guess Thor too.
Thor's cool.
Yeah, Thor's gonna play like Kratos. I bet.
What's it? Black Widow's never gonna get picked. Someone's just whoever picks last is always gonna have Black Widow.
She's gonna have Black Widow really cool.
But she could. I mean, she's a classic game character. She could be like, you know, and she kind of plays like Lara Croft.
Yeah,
she shoots, she runs,
Well, and maybe her parkour will be like really like ninja-like.
Maybe she can go places the other guys can't. Well, they can't because 2 of them can fly.
Yeah,
and the other one can jump 60 feet in the air,
bust through walls.
Yeah, so I don't know how they're gonna do it.
It's gonna be interesting having because she's the only human, quote unquote. I know Robert Downey Jr. is or not Robert. I can't say that. Tony Stark, Iron Man. I know,
and that's another thing they said there. This is the reimagination of all of their characters.
Yeah,
kind of like they did with Spider-Man. It's the reimagination of all the Marvel characters. It's not the ones from the movies.
Yeah,
which
is good.
I get. I'm not angry about it. All their costumes look sick. Captain America's look freaking awesome.
Yeah,
he was like all bulky and like.
I do want to save talking about the that stuff for a little bit too because that's something I want to touch on because I've heard a lot of feedback people have been talking about with that.
Which stuff?
So like the look of the characters.
Okay.
Because. Well, I guess we'll just jump into it now since we're on it. But
we'll kind of skip around this whole thing. I mean, we can't. We're too
so
crazy.
Much. Yeah, it's too excited about it.
They put a lot of stuff. There's a lot of.
I was surprised
how much
we got. I mean, I wish we got gameplay, but like
they told us a lot of stuff. They gave us a release date.
Yeah, which is
a release date for this.
I did not think we'd get.
I thought we'd get a time period like spring next year,
or just like
summer next year.
Yeah, or just like a just 2020, like no season.
Yep.
But I'm super glad we got a date. That was big because I was worried this game was going to be a ways away. But May's not that far.
I was thinking it was going to be a next launch title, honestly.
Me too.
I was getting worried about that.
So we're like under a year. I mean, 11 months. That's not that bad.
No,
like,
I can wait. I can do it.
I
can do it.
I can do it. There's so much, though, next year. I mean, it's going to be a drag this fall, though, I think, a little.
At least it's the time of happiness.
It's holidays. That's true.
So you get other stuff,
and we'll have time to catch up on our backlogs and whatnot. But,
I guess.
I'm excited, but what I was gonna say though is, so what are your thoughts, kind of, with the look of the characters? Because I know a lot of people, one of their complaints was, it's weird. It's a little hard to associate new characters or new actors as these characters when we've had the MCU for 10 years now. Like. Robert Downey Jr., I even proved just barely that he's so synonymous with me with Iron Man that it's hard for me to envision anyone else as him.
Yeah.
And I know they got Nolan North to play Iron Man with Tony Stark,
really good job.
Which is great casting. But even Nolan North,
this whole cast is crazy.
Great, Troy Baker is Hulk,
Troy Baker
and stuff. But like even with them as those characters, it's hard for me to disassociate like Mark Ruffalo as Hulk or Robert Downey Jr. as Iron Man, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And I know that was a problem for a lot of people, is they were like...
But did you have a problem with, like, Spider-Man's not Tom Holland?
No, exactly.
You know
that's
what I
the
mean?
thing. And I actually...
Or Maguire.
And it's weird because I might be in the minority with this. I actually preferred the Spider-Man in PS4 to
he was great.
the MCU one.
Yeah.
Like... Don't get me wrong, I like Tom Holland, but I actually like the PS4 Spider-Man the best. Like, he's one of my favorite Peter Parkers ever.
Yeah.
So if they can do that with these characters,
I think it's like we got to give them a chance, see how they do, and then we can kind of judge.
Yeah, I think they could have one little thing I think they could have done is make the costumes a little more distinct versus the MCU, because they're some of
Iron Man's
like,
was definitely different.
Yeah,
like you could tell Iron Man's was different.
But like Thor looks just like Thor from like Dark World or something.
He does,
you know?
yeah.
So it's kind of like...
Except he doesn't look like Hemsworth. He looks more like the comic book Thor.
Yeah, he does. I just wish, like, their costumes, they went a little more distinct. Because, like, that's one thing with the PS4 Spider-Man that they did so good. The white spider right in the middle.
Oh, yeah,
that right away differentiates him. Like, you can't... He looks nothing like the Tom Holland one at that point, you know?
Neither does, like, Cap, though.
Yeah, Cap doesn't
look anything like him.
Uh-huh.
The Hulk is the Hulk.
Hulk
so
is hard.
You can't really change it.
Thor looks like how Thor did in the earlier days of the MCU.
Yeah.
Not anymore.
No,
but
Thor's
earlier.
completely different now.
Yeah, and then Iron Man. Iron Man's kind of I guess there's only so much you can do with him, but I feel like it would have been cool if they did something unique with Iron Man, where it's like, I don't know, a white spider in the middle, or something. You know, like maybe I don't know. I don't know how they do it, but I think it would have been a little smarter to have some of the characters look a bit more unique versus than so similar to the MCU, just because I know there's going to be people where they're going to get this game on launch day, like casual fans who aren't like us, who are going to get this and be like, how come it's not Robert Downey Jr.
Why does it not look
Chris
like
Evans?
Robert
Yeah,
Downey?
why does it not look like Chris Evans, you know? Or Chris Hemsworth, so...
I think with us playing the Spider-Man, we're going to be more accepting to these characters than other people are going to be.
I think so, too.
Because I have also seen, like, people are like, this is awful. I don't know any of these characters. Nothing looks right. But for me, it's like, all of these characters are different and they're new.
Yeah.
Because, like, Tony Stark's dead. Iron Man's dead in the MCU. So,
spoilers.
Sorry. Completely ruined that.
At this point, I mean, the Russo Bros gave the spoiler ban, so it's okay.
I probably should have warned it. But
it's alright.
F you guys. But yeah, like, I'm excited.
Yeah.
I'm really excited for this game.
I think...
Oh, what's awesome, another thing that they announced, they're going to keep adding content, and it's free.
Free.
They said all of it's free.
No loot
season
boxes,
pass.
no microtransactions. Awesome.
So this is just a game you buy, and everything's free.
Heck
Apparently.
Yeah. Apparently, we'll see.
Now, it is Square Enix. I mean, they don't
have a
ever had
track
them do
record.
anything bad.
Yeah, they don't have a track record of like microtransaction stuff, you know. So I trust them for the most part. I think it is weird. I just saw a lot of people on Twitter mentioning like it is weird that is such an applauding moment. Like it shouldn't be. Like they're like no microtransactions.
But
enormous
people
applause.
were panicking
Enormous
about that. They're
applause,
like, they're going to put microtransactions in this game.
Exactly.
Loot boxes for costumes.
Yeah, it's
There's
just
so
one
many
of those
costumes you could do. I mean, Iron Man has like a million costumes.
We got a tease of one in this, like his white one. Did you see that? Which is kind of cool. But it is just kind of weird, though, that it's like we're so used to the idea of microtransactions being in every game that you can literally use that as a selling point that you don't have them and people get excited about it.
Yeah, for sure.
You know? It's like almost every game at this point that doesn't have microtransactions should use that as a tool to get people excited.
Yeah. Another thing we were talking about before. This is what I'm really excited for. So, Spider-Man. Right. So Spider-Man
that's right.
Is when you go to the Avengers Tower the first time
in the PS4.
He's like, I wonder where the Avengers are. Oh yeah, they're on the West Coast. Where does this happen?
This is San Francisco.
San Francisco on the West Coast.
Which is crazy.
So, do you think it's connected?
Dude, I don't know. This is one of those things where I really hope it is, obviously.
Oh yeah.
I
hope there's multiple studios working together.
They're
just different companies trying to get the MGU, Marvel Gaming Universe going.
Yeah, exactly. As you touted it, the MGU, like...
I heard it online. I did not make that.
Okay, yeah. I mean, not that hard to come up with, but the Marvel Gaming Universe, like, let's get it going. Let's have all these games connect and build this universe. Also, the graphic style, the art style, very similar to Spider-Man's. Yeah. Like, it looks a lot like... Spider-Man could be in this game and he'd look like the PS4 one, you know, pretty well.
Yeah.
So
I don't know how their swinging would do. I mean, would you have to have... Who made Spider-Man again?
Insomniac.
So Insomniac would have to come in and help with the Spider-Man swinging and stuff, I would think. So, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I want to believe that'd be awesome if they were connected. My assumption is that this game has no connection except for maybe a reference. Like, maybe they have a reference to, like, there's that Spider-Boy in New York, you know, or something like that. But
if that does, then you know it's connected.
Exactly.
And something's going to be coming.
So I think that's as far as they'd go. I think it won't be till, like, you know, just like the MCU, they just have the end credit scenes to start, you know, back in the day before the Avengers happened. So
but this is the Avengers.
That's true.
What else are they going to do?
But they could do, like, you know, Avengers 2 where it's Spider-Man joins and then Doctor Strange joins.
Or maybe it's in Spider-Man 2.
Or maybe Cap shows up to help out, or Robert Downey... Gosh dang it. Iron Man. Tony Stark shows up to help Peter Parker or something, you know? Like, that could be cool. I'm really looking forward to what the story could be of this game. You know, I am a huge fan of the Arkham games, as you know. So, like, if this has an awesome story... I think the Arkham games have some of my favorite, like, superhero-esque kind of stories. So I really hope this has an awesome... you know, beginning to end story, but I've heard a lot of people be worried that it's going to be more Destiny-like, and more just mission based and not have a grand overall story.
I think it's going to have a single player story that's not incredible. But the gameplay in general is going to be good.
I could see that.
And then they're going to keep going with the multiplayer stuff, which I'm excited for. I mean, that means we could play it. It's not like instead of just us playing COD all year long, we could play Marvel and COD
and actually have a story
and have something to do. You know what I mean? Maybe they drop not raids, but like missions saving the world kind of stuff.
That'd be awesome. Like, and then they could do like limited time events, like Doctor Doom is entered. Like
Doctor Doom is entered. You have to defeat him. That'd be awesome. Thanos is coming. Like,
yeah, Thanos is going. See the end of the.
There's so much they can do with the universe now. You know what I mean?
I wonder who the villain is. Did we get any sort of tease of the villain in this?
We got like the big explosion, but we don't know what caused that.
Yeah, I'm wondering.
Oh no, they talked about something like. It was something wrong with Tony Stark's
tech.
Is
it gonna be like Ultron? Maybe?
Up. It could be Ultron. That's definitely possible. But it was something with Tony Stark's tech that and Bruce Banner said like, "Hey, why didn't you test this?"
Yeah, they got mad at each other.
Yeah, so they're mad at each other.
Civil War.
Civil War. Yeah, this is just Civil War 2.
Yeah. I'm hoping that the villain we get for this is somebody we haven't seen in the MCU.
This looks freaking sick. Sorry to.
Yeah, this is the.
This looks awesome. This does not
Alliance.
look anything like what I thought it was going to be.
Yeah, see, this is what I meant. Like, it looks like Gauntlet, right?
Yeah. Like this is definitely something I want to play all of us together.
Yeah, we're watching gameplay of Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3 on
Switch.
Talking
of Marvel. So
still talking Marvel. Yeah, we're keeping it in the realm still, but yeah, it's like
it's
Gauntlet.
literally like everyone's fighting. They all have special moves. This is going to be awesome. And there's so many. It looks like there's a ton of characters. Too.
Yeah, it's not just like a fighting game. So.
I mean, it is cool. Fighting, but
yeah, it's fighting, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, I get you.
Yeah, but yeah, I'm hoping we get somebody like it would be cool to see like a Fantastic Four villain in this. I mean, he's a Marvel villain in general, but like Doctor Doom would be cool to see go up against the Avengers.
So what I think they're gonna do, the first DLC character I'm calling it right now is gonna be Hawkeye. Hawkeye's gonna be the first one, and then you're gonna get. It depends on how long
you think they'll do DLC characters?
Oh yeah, I think that's what they meant when they said free characters. I think not in story. Story's gonna stay the same. They're not gonna add anything to story.
Yeah.
But I think multiplayer, like defeating these missions and stuff, you're gonna have these characters where it's like, hey, we need the Avengers, and this is Doctor Strange.
Yeah, I can see that.
Something like that. So.
Yeah, I'm really hoping. This game has potential to be amazing. Like if it had Spider-Man level story. With gameplay of Arkham and Spider-Man, even
yeah,
like that would be. Amazing.
I don't know how they're gonna work these characters either.
That's what I'm thinking too. Like part of me,
the Hulk, you can just make him powerful. Like you can make him punch, and when he punches, he just devastates up, and like some of that stuff. But like Iron Man and like Thor, especially.
Thor's gonna play like Kratos. I bet.
You think
like
so?
Like flying Kratos. Like I bet you'll be able to throw Mjolnir and then call it back, just like the Leviathan axe in God of War. Iron Man probably gonna play like Anthem. I don't know, something like that. Similar.
I don't know. It's gonna be awesome though. I'm excited.
Captain America's shield would be cool, like using it like the axe.
But he's dead.
But he's dead. Apparently.
You don't even know if you can play as him.
Yeah, this is the thing. Is like I'm interested to see where the story goes and excited, but I'm also worried. Like I could easily see this game. The pessimistic side of me worries that this game's going to come out and have a lot of online problems and story not be that great because they were more focused on the online stuff. That it's not that great.
I have that same worry too.
Yeah,
so
I have a worry. I could have a worry it comes out and it's just like a 6 or 7 out of 10. I really hope it's not. I'm hoping for at least like
a Spider-Man.
A Spider-Man 9. That'd be amazing. That'd be perfect. I'd love that. But yeah, this. I'm super pumped for it. We got the release date of March 15th, which so not too far now.
11 months, less than a year, but still a long time.
I'm sure we'll have more to say about this game. Oh, and they announced the cast also: Nolan North, Iron Man, Troy Baker, Hulk, a few others. You can see them. I don't have the cast list pulled up right now, but yeah, I'm sure you guys will hear us talk about this game a lot more in the coming months. And
every time they release something new, we're going to talk about it.
Sure, so. And then gameplay is rumored to be at the E3 show floor, so maybe we'll get some gameplay glimpses and we can talk about that on the recap episode. But do you have anything else to say about Square Enix's press conference?
I don't. I mean, I'm just so excited for Avengers.
I think really. Avengers overall made it for me, but even Final Fantasy VII looked cool, so Square Enix had a good conference, I think.
Yep.
better than some of the other ones we've seen. But yeah, we thank you guys for joining us. Stay tuned on superbasementbros.com or on our YouTube channel, podcast services. We have a bunch of E3 coverage, Nintendo, Xbox, all that. Please like, subscribe, follow us on social media at Superbros Videos, Super Basement Bros on Instagram. We thank you guys for listening, and we will see you guys next time.
Bye.